So this is the MacBook Air 2020. Now, basically, this is a refresh. It's not a completely new model, as the completely new model was actually out in 2018, and then they revamped it. Not revamped. They refreshed it and made a 2019 model, and now here's a 2020 model. So I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the 2020 model, and we're gonna compare it and everything. So yeah, let's get right into it. So some differences compared to the 2019 MacBook Air are the processor. So the processor in this computer starts at a 1.1 GHz dual-core Intel i3, which can be spec'd up all the way to a quad-core Intel i7. So there's no i9, but you can do an i3 and i5, a quad-core i5 with turbo boost, or you can do an i7. So the price, of course, will vary. And this MacBook Air, another big change is the price. It now starts at $1,000 or $999, which is the same as the old MacBook Air. So that's a big difference, and I think it'll really draw a lot of people to this Mac. And my overall conclusion to this MacBook, I'll dive a little bit more deep into this, but it's that this is the Mac for most people. There's going to be Macs for different people. If you're editing, a lot of videos, or personally, I use this Mac. But if you're have a lot of 4K editing, or you professional photo editor or anything like that, then you're probably gonna want a MacBook Pro, or you might want an iMac or a Mac Pro or something like that. But this is the Mac for probably most people. For school, this is really good for. If you're just using it for even college, this is good. And yeah, and so this retains the same 13.3-inch Retina display, as you guys can see right here. Very nice. But yeah, so this is really nice. It gets pretty bright with a brightness up to 500 nits. So it's pretty good. I've never really found it too dim. A couple situations where I'm sitting and there's a lot of sunlight, it's a little bit dim, but it's not that big of a deal. It's got a 16:10 aspect ratio, and it does have True Tone. Now this is not new to the 2020 model, but it is a good feature to have. I don't mind it, but I don't use it, but it's cool, and it's great to have. It's good. And it does have the Touch ID sensor. So right here is the Touch ID sensor, and you can use it to easily unlock. So yeah, it's really good. And it's super fast. You just go boom, boom, you're done. And this has the new Magic Keyboard. So basically, it's not using the butterfly keyboard mechanism, it's using a scissor switch mechanism, and it's really nice. I like it, how it feels. It looks really good. It feels really good. It is backlit. It's not too loud. Backlit is nice. And yeah, so also starts at 256 storage, or gigabytes, of RAM. It starts at 256 gigabytes of SSD storage, and that's in one up from the 128, which the 2019 starts at. And it can be configured all the way up to 2 terabytes of SSD. So 2 terabytes, that's a lot. That's another thing that you couldn't do with the 2019 model. You can go to a 2 terabyte version. And it has 8 gigabytes of RAM, but you can configure it up to 16 gigabytes. So that's another plus. And they're advertising it as a full day of battery power, up to 11 hours of wireless web, and up to 12 hours of Apple TV app movie playback. So take that for what you will. I've tested it. I've got it as good for a day of heavy usage. Sometimes I can even go 2 days. If I'm barely using it, I can go 3 days. So it's good for graphics. It's got an Intel Iris Plus graphics card. So I mean, it's nothing special. You won't be able to play like Fortnite or Apex at max settings, but I mean, it is what it is. Still got the not so great FaceTime camera, which is pretty unfortunate, but it is what it is. So if you're FaceTiming your buddies, it's not the greatest. Still has 2 USB-C ports right there. Boom, boom, boom. Just 2. And it does have a headphone jack, which is good. And yeah, so it charges decently fast. I haven't really put it through a test, but I would say going from like 3% to 100% is probably about an hour, around there. And in the box, as you've seen in my unboxing, is just a USB cable. You got the charging brick, and it is USB to USB, USB-C to USB-C. It's not like USB to USB-C, which is nice. And you got the brick, you got some Apple stickers, which is always good. And the Apple stickers are color-coded, which is sick. So if you get this, space gray, it's going to be space gray Apple stickers. You get the silver, it's going to be the white. And if you get, rose gold, you get rose gold Apple stickers. So yeah. And it does have the new stereo speakers, and it's got the new mics. So it's really nice to have. Speaker goes so nice. And the speakers sound really good. Same with the microphones. The microphones are awesome. So yeah. So my verdict for this computer is that, as I said previously, it's the Mac for most people. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because it's going to be fine for your everyday usage. So for school, if you have to write a quick document on Microsoft Word, it's going to be way more than capable. You're doing some light video editing, it's good. Light photo editing, it's good. Some online games, like you're playing like Umbrella.io or like Conquer or something like that, it's fine. And just so your everyday tasks, like email checking, web browsing, video watching, all that stuff, it's gonna be completely fine for that. It does have Wi-Fi 6, which is good. But yeah, so I think it's just the Mac for most people. The price bump down was really nice. I think this is gonna make this much more affordable and just gonna fall into the hands of more people. It comes in 3 colors. Here I've got the space gray. As you can see, this is personally my favorite, but there's also silver and rose gold. And comes with the 2 USB-C ports, as you can see right here. There's no option to get 4 like on the MacBook Pro. If you spec it up, you can get the double ports on the other side, so 4. That's not an option, but I think 2 for me, it's been fine. I haven't really struggled. I did get this, which I have a review up on my channel. I'll leave it in a card. It's the Dodo Cool USB-C hub. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's a pretty nice product. I'll leave a link in the description and a link to my video too. But yeah. So yeah, that's the verdict for this computer, guys. And let me know if you have any video suggestions for me, for anything I can do, or just any suggestions at all. If you have anything that you want to let me know. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.